Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to this episode of Wisdom Entrepreneurs. This month we talk about how mental clarity is available to us in any moment. We were honoured to have guest speaker Jonny Benjamin MBE, whose life story has been turned into a book, a documentary and a charity for helping young people. What I loved about this episode was that we could really see how human connection is more important than any analysis or diagnosis or other therapies that come into play. It's all about the love and the connection and seeing people as human beings and the essence of life, rather than as somebody that needs fixing or some issue or some problem that needs solving. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd love to know what your light bulb moment was. Let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like to sign up for future Wisdom Entrepreneurs, they are on the third Monday of every month. They're totally free and we would love to welcome you into the conversation. Enjoy, lots of love.
Neil was someone who looked at you, not looking at someone who needed fixing. And I think that's so powerful when somebody actually looks at you and sees the real you, that and doesn't think I've got to fix this person.
Yeah. You know what was really interesting, and we talk about this a lot. He on the bridge, he started to ask me questions like, "What football team do you support?" Or like, so he asked me where I grew up, and I grew up in northwest, sort of outside, like northwest London, and he grew up in Watford, which is not that far from me. So we had a little sort of moment of like, oh wow, like yeah. But honestly, like I'd been in that hospital for a month, and I hadn't had any human conversations. All the conversations I was having with people, they'd come into my room and they'd say, "Jonny, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about this? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you here? And on a scale of 1 to," and like honestly, like it might, but honestly, but with Neil, it was, we were having a human conversation, and it was just yeah.
So resonate with that, Jonny. We work in prison, as you know, and
yeah.
Today I've been in a female prison, and they wanted to sit outside because it's nice weather, and they've been in their, like they call them, their sheds, for 22 hours overnight, like since last night at 5 o'clock or something. So we sat outside on the grass, and we just talked about the little ducks that came and sat in the middle, and how they were, and we just had a conversation as if we were on a picnic with our friends. And they got more from that than any of that measuring and checking and analyzing and everything. They all got calm, they all felt good. We had to laugh. They gave the biscuits to the chicks. It was just normal, and they felt normal, and they forgot that they were in prison, and they've got this mental diagnosis and that mental diagnosis. People forget how important that just treating someone as a normal person is, showing up and listening, seeing the health in them, asking them about the things they like. One of the girls, I was just saying, "Oh, well, what do you like about yourself?" And she started with one thing and was a bit quiet, and then she said, "Oh yeah, and I like this as well," and "Oh yeah," and I'm really kind to people. I like that about myself. And she started getting really into what she likes about herself. They're not questions that are naturally asked in therapy type stuff, which has its place for sure. But yeah, love what you're pointing to there, the humanness of it, and the the normalness of it,
Mm.
just being with someone as a human being.
And do you know what I love, Mama J's? Twice he pointed to it, you know. When he first said it, he said he spoke to the guy on the bridge, and compared to the people when he just come from the hospital, when Chris just mentioned it, he went back to there again. Because you know that the hospital is only looking at you with the intent of trying to fix you. You're broken, so there's no connection to be had there. Because deep down, you know you're not broken. You might feed into it a little bit, but you deep down. So when that guy speaks to you, and that just shows the power of connection. Because when he's open to connect, and you're, even in your low state, you're still open to connect. And when that connection gets made, it's only love that's born. And to feel reflecting a love that is in you. And you're sort of seeing or feeling that. And yeah, I just love that. That moment that you said when you met the guy on the bridge, that's got my head tonight. That's got me. Because I would love to, just to see that feeling or feel is beautiful. It's beautiful. No matter what, where you're standing or what you're thinking about to do, that feeling, that moment there, yeah, that is beauty. That is pure love, pure untainted love. And that carried you off the bridge and made you move forward and got you here sitting in front of me here today, me talking to you. Yeah, beautiful. I love that. It's beautiful.